the record, so many of y'all out there are so committed to disliking me and only wanting to view me through the lens of being some messy punk that you can't see the forest for the goddamn trees. Tamar Braxton took to her social media first.
So, Tamar Braxton just dropped a bombshell. She announced brand new music, and guess who's starring in it? None other than her so-called friend, Mendices. Friend? Please. Last anyone saw, they were spotted all cozy again at the Regis Hotel bar, right back where the first mess started that had everybody talking. This whole thing is looking less like romance and more like a script cooked up in a PR office. And that's not just me saying it. Funky Dineva straight up hinted that the whole relationship between Tamar and Mendices was a setup, and now the word is he's threatening to air out everything. He's even saying that the big accident might have been staged too. Wild, right? Tamar always swears she just wants peace, but somehow she keeps ending up right in the middle of the storm. Just a few days ago, Tamar had fans shaken when she posted about almost losing her life, detailing injuries like a fractured nose and missing teeth. She never explained exactly what went down, but then, like clockwork, out comes a teaser for her new EP Heartbreak Retrograde. And who's featured?
Oh, that junkie was with her last night. I know he did something. That's why you gotta watch the friends you keep. He did. Somebody up there knows. At first, it was cute. It was just a few little comments. Big deal. I've weathered far worse storms. Then all of a sudden, it started growing legs. When I logged on to do my show, there was 7,000 people sitting in the hallway waiting. The entire chat said, Tamar, tell us what happened to Tamar. Tell us what you did to Tamar. Tamar, you know what we want to talk about. He want to talk about everything except
Funky Dineva and some familiar faces, with clips showing Tamar getting extra close with Yandy Smith's husband, Mendices. In one shot, he literally scoops her up in his arms, and in another, he plants a kiss on her cheek like it's nothing. And it doesn't stop there. Her mom, Miss E, her ex-husband, Vincent Herbert, and radio host L'Oreal all pop up in the promo, each giving Tamar advice on whether she should gamble on love with Mendices despite all the red flags. But here's where it really flips. Word on the street is Tamar was with Funky right before that so-called accident. And for reasons nobody fully understands, some people started pointing fingers at him, saying he was somehow tied to Tamar's near-death scare. Some even whispered that he wanted to unlive her, which is a huge accusation. Whether Tamar tried to clear things up privately with him is unclear, but Funky wasn't staying silent. He hopped on Instagram Live and said flat out he felt betrayed and used as collateral damage in this twisted storyline. And here's where it gets messy. Funky Dineva started suspecting the whole thing was nothing but a PR trick pulled by Tamar. Think about it. Tamar Braxton told the world she was laid up in the hospital, barely able to move, barely able to speak after that so-called accident. But somehow, she had the time and energy to roll out a flashy trailer for her brand new EP. That part had everybody scratching their heads. While she was fast to push promo, she couldn't pick up the phone to clear the air with Funky, who was out here catching strays and getting dragged into a storm he didn't start. The priorities just weren't lining up. How you got strength for a full-blown marketing push, but can't even check on a friend who feels blindsided. Fans and blogs jumped on it, saying her injuries looked exaggerated, or maybe even staged, for the sake of hype. And the worst part? Funky ended up in the middle of it, especially since his face popped up in that promo clip. He wasn't having it, not one bit. So Funky lit the match himself. He hopped on YouTube Live, though he later deleted it, and spilled some scorching tea. He didn't even call her by name, just referred to Tamar as that lady, and insisted he had no clue what really happened to her. According to him, after hanging at V12, they linked with a group of friends, but then he went home alone. He made it clear he didn't leave with her, didn't check into no hospital with her, nothing. Even crazier, Funky admitted he only found out about Tamar's severe injuries, the same way everyone else did, through social media. He claimed she never even told him what her condition really was. And he made sure to point out that Tamar always reads comments. so she had to see folks accusing him of being involved. Still, she didn't defend him, didn't clear it up, didn't say a word. When Funky finally reached out asking her to stop the rumors before they spiraled, Tamar hit back with, "I'm lost. I'm confused. I didn't say anything. I'm in the hospital now," but then Funky slipped and almost spilled the real tea. He hinted at the actual reason the promo for her project dropped so early. But instead of airing it all out, he pulled back and said, "Even in this moment, I still don't have the heart to do it to you. Even in this moment, I'm still protecting you. All I'm asking is that you make it right." That's what Funky Dineva said, and he wasn't holding back. He accused Tamar of flat-out refusing to defend him in the middle of the storm and hinted that she looked completely fine during the exact time she claimed she was barely surviving. Then came the shade-filled post he dropped on Instagram. He captioned it, "I got ate up alive over my birthday weekend." And the whole while, there was nothing wrong with Tamar's behind. Funky didn't stop there. He tore into Tamar's music promo too. He wrote, "Now she done release this tired music video for this raggedy EP that don't nobody want. And because I'm in the video, people are going to think I was part of the PR stunt. I was collateral damage in a 2-bit PR stunt, Tamar. You ain't even gonna try to clear up any of this and tell the people I didn't do anything to you or know what happened." That's when he really got personal. "I was accused of not being a friend to you, when at the end of the day, it was you not being a friend to me. I didn't deserve any of this, and I'm deeply hurt. And here's why Funky fired back so hard. Because while Tamar stayed silent, people on the internet started cooking up every wild accusation you can think of. Folks were saying he might have slipped something in her drink, or that he didn't care about her well-being, or even that he was shady for calling her that lady. Funky clapped back, saying that's just Miami slang. It's literally how he talks. Still, people branded him as messy, saying he was running to the internet to spill tea when, in reality, Tamar herself was the one who told the world she was injured first. Funky explained that after fans saw video footage of them hanging out the night before her hospital post, they jumped to wild conclusions, accusing him of being behind her mystery injuries. And that's why, when he said he didn't know what happened to that lady, it wasn't shade, it was defense. He claimed everyone kept pressing him for answers while Tamar stayed quiet and let him take the heat. But it gets even wilder. Funky says people accused him of some of the most outrageous stuff imaginable. They claimed he was clout chasing, trying to sacrifice Tamar to join the Illuminati, stealing Miss Evelyn's identity and cashing her social security checks, vandalizing Tamar's car, and even swiping Tamar's laptop loaded with unreleased tracks. Funky admitted all these accusations drove him over the edge. He said he was pissed because Tamar left him out to dry while the internet painted him like a criminal. Now here's where the whispers turned into full-on rumors. Funky hinted that Tamar's whole fling with Mendices might have been nothing but a PR scheme too. And let's not forget, right before her so-called accident, Tamar was reportedly spotted turning up at Atlanta's V12 Lounge. Word on the street? She and Mendices were looking a little too comfortable with each other that night. Sources claimed that once the club shut down around 1 a.m., Tamar actually invited him and a few others back to her place. Of course, this only fueled speculation about whether Tamar and Mendices had something deeper going on, and if that wasn't enough, the talk heated up again when people claimed they caught her with him at the Regis Hotel bar, looking way too cozy for just friends. One eyewitness even dropped a story that sounded straight out of a gossip column. They said, "I was on the phone with my wife yesterday when she asked if I wanted some hot tea. I said, of course, and she told me Tamar was at the Regis Hotel bar. At first, she was sitting with 2 guys, but then Mendices walked in. The 2 men left, and Tamar and Mendices were cuddling the rest of the night. And the wildest part? That same witness claimed they see Tamar there often, and usually she's pretty drunk. But here's the kicker. Tamar hasn't shut down a single rumor about her and Mendices. Not one denial, not one statement, not even a slick subliminal post. The talk about her being too close to him at that Atlanta lounge has been running rampant online. And instead of silencing it, she's just letting the buzz grow louder and louder. It's almost like Tamar knows exactly what she's doing, feeding the controversy instead of stopping it. And honestly, it's working. Pair the rumors with her perfectly timed music rollout, and it raises a real question. Is Tamar purposely letting the affair narrative live just to keep her name in the headlines? Rumors kept swirling like free PR, but Tamar finally broke her silence in a string of Instagram stories, trying to set the record straight. She flat out denied faking her accident, writing, "I did not fake my accident. I wish it was a lie or a PR stunt. I'm devastated that anyone would suggest that. Please enjoy my EP. I worked very hard, and I spent my own money for my Tamartian friends to enjoy." She doubled down on wanting peace, claiming she's healed too much to waste energy on beef. Tamar insisted this wasn't about anybody else's husband, saying her project was built around her personal heartbreak narrative, nothing more. Then she softened up, adding, "No matter what he says, I love at Funky Dineva. Anyway, had I known what was going on while I was in the hospital trying to recover, I would have said something. It's terrible that whatever I didn't say turned into all this. I just want peace." On the surface, that seemed to cool things down. Funky Dineva responded that he wanted peace too, and he decided to let the drama go. But let's be real. Deep down, he probably still feels used. Tamar's silence and the timing of her promo made him look like collateral damage in a storm he never created. And that stings. That's not how a good friend moves. Because here's the harsh truth. When push came to shove, Tamar chose her brand over her friendship. And if she really staged that whole affair with Mendices, knowing his wife Yandy was going to catch strays too, that's not just messy, that's downright reckless. Some even say Funky always seemed irritated by Tamar anyway, and they never believed their friendship was all that real to begin with. So now the question is, were Tamar and Funky just using each other from the jump? Was the whole accident, affair, and rollout one big PR machine to keep her name buzzing? Let me know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.